Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. Look at those waves. Look at those waves outside of that door. That's freaking. They were bigger than that. I think the storm's slowly dissipating, but mental. I love the water physics inside of No Man's Sky now. Anyway, I digress. We're back inside of No Man's Sky, obviously. And we're on phase 3 of the expedition. The expedition breached. And yeah, I'm going to be giving you my best tips, just as I have in episodes 1 and 2. So let's get into it, shall we? Heck yes, let's jump on it. Okay, chums. Well, this is phase 3. Phase 3. And, yeah, reaching the third timestamp. It was another abandoned building. I mean, these are abandoned systems, so it's probably always going to be abandoned building, apart from the time we had to splash down in the water. Anyway, got a little bit of footage here with a couple of tips. Okay, chums, I am at the first rendezvous point. It's another abandoned building, so I'm going to head on in. Something is a little bit of a tip, though. If you head on over to this thing over here, one, it's going to save your game, but it's also going to give you some navigational data, which can be good for swapping for maps. You'll see navigational data pop up here in a moment. There's usually some freebies around there. There you go, navigational data. There's some freebies here as well. Sometimes it's worth having it, sometimes not so much. But there you go. Little mini side tip anyhow. Head on in. Head on in. Sweet. And you've already reached the rendezvous once that pops up. Don't think just because you've got to the location, you've got to wait till you get your badge pop up. I've had a few people say that they haven't got the Corvette parts and they can't build their Corvette. And I think that could be because perhaps it didn't pop properly in the first phase, but I can't be 100% sure. There might be a bug there. Not sure. Okay, so this badge here, we're just got to collect the log from the Arcadia ship again. Yes, so let's do that. There is a little snippet of lore here as a heads up. Yeah, now sometimes this log can drift quite some far away from the actual ship itself. Now ignore the cog icons, you're looking for the chevron type looking icon, okay? Now that it's probably obvious to most, but at the same time it wasn't obvious to me for some time. Okay, when I first come across this, of course, but there we go. Yeah, done. My inventory is getting very full at the moment. Anyway, and we got a little captain's log there. I honestly think that this lore is completely separate to the lore that we have currently inside a game. I need to look into Arcadia, what that means in Greek mythology, but yeah. The captain, gone. Tried to wake them from their watch. No sign of them, nothing on cameras. Door logs are normal. No kit missing. Where are they? Where are we? Interesting. Right. Sweet. Taking on the biological horrors. Yeah, I wish I would have known this earlier, which I state in my little clip that I'm about to show you right now. Okay, something that I should have done when I was at that rendezvous point is kill some biological horrors. Because now I'm actually heading away from the rendezvous point, which was back there. Yeah. So now I've got to find another way of exterminating biological horrors. Okay, chums, now if you haven't noticed, you're actually in abandoned mode. So all buildings are abandoned, and you are going to find eggs at pretty much every building, apart from the one that I've just flown down to. Yeah, there's no eggs there. But if you're flying over a planet, I'd say just lock onto a compass point. So I'm going east, and I'm just going to initiate my scanner every now and again until I see a building. And I'm going to look to see if that building is one of the buildings that spawns eggs by it. Now, this planet itself that I'm flying over right now, if you do shoot these honey-like structures there, you're going to get sticky honey, just as a little bit of a heads up. A lot of people thought they'd removed these from the game, but nope, they haven't. They're still inside of game. No girls. Anyway, I'm heading over to this unknown building. I'll let you know when I find one. Okay, chums, now when you do find one of these abandoned buildings, now that you're inside of your Corvette, and now that you can use your multi-tool while you're skydiving, you should be able to use it from standing on your platform of your Corvette. So, there we go, let's give it a try. Come on, open the door. Right, so if I stand up here, I'm going to go into first person view because I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to fall off any second now. And if I just aim at these eggs, if I can see them. Dang it! Okay, they're this side. There you go. I can see some eggs down there. There they are. I should be able to shoot them from up here. Okay, there we go. And it just says to destroy. Yeah. We don't have to actually collect their eggs. You can see there, because they can't find their target, they just stay in the same place. Aha! Take that, you vile gits, I guess. Seems a little unfair, but it works quite nicely. Ha ha ha! So this one was a little bit tricky. However, the galactic map actually did give you a pointer as where to start your search, and you could kind of work out which planet was, which houses this creature through deduction. So here's how I deducted that. Okay, this one. Friends in odd places adopt an anomalous floating companion. Now the write-up for this is a little bit unusual, if I can cycle it. It's just down there. Adopt anomalous floating companion. Locate a strange life form in purple star systems. Use the galactic map. Well, there's a galactic map. Now I've got my Lantid drive installed. And you can see there, look, if you've got the mission selected, it actually points you to where you've got to go. So make sure, anomalous floating fauna detected. Right, I'm not sure we're going to be able to find which planet it is, but we'll see. Okay, chums, so right now I'm inside the system, and I can't see what's on those planets, but I can see that there's a lot of bases. When I click on this, you can see that Expedition 20 bases and 3 others. Okay, so a lot of the others, when I click on them, there's no bases. I think because this one's got 20 bases on it, it's probably this planet over here, this metallic planet. Doesn't feel right, but that's where all the bases are right now. Now what you can do is go to the actual station in this system and check the actual teleporter and see if somebody's base there is marked as floating fauna. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toggle my multiplayer back on, but make sure that's invite only, make sure PvP is not set, and hopefully that's going to help with some of the base rendering, or base names at least, inside the teleporter. Yes, inside of the abandoned stations there is a teleporter, so we can make use of that, people. But I'm going to go with my original feeling, and I'm just going to float to that planet that's got all the bases on it, the metallic planet with quartzite. It doesn't feel right, but it is what it is.
Captain Steve, oh Captain Steve, oh Captain, heck yeah, why not hit that like and subscribe? Thank you very much.
Chums, it looks like you can actually feed a floating fauna here. I've just fed one, but trying to adopt it as a companion is a little bit tricky. Come here, you git. Okay, I don't think you can adopt these oh, there's loads over here. Okay, maybe this is the right planet. But trying to adopt one of these is not easy. In fact, I don't know whether you can. Let's try feeding one of these ones. Now, I've got 50 bait sticks, so I'm trying. Let me adopt him. Come on. Oh, here we go. Adopter's companion. We've done it. Okay. The actual floating creature doesn't have to look anything like that's on the badge, just as a heads up. It's any floating, weird, anomalous creature, and there's a couple on this planet. So my thoughts and feelings were right on this one. Yeah, so it's that planet there. And it actually showed me to this area. It showed me to this area, people. Okay, chums. Not my favourite milestone, and we've seen this a few times now. There's a dereliction, salvage derelict freighter running. So I've given my tips a lot of times. This feels like a bit of an echo chamber at this point, but here's my best tips for derelict freighter running again. Okay, chums, when it comes to landing at a derelict freighter, you actually land on this sort of like blue teleportery pad above the derelict freighter, not down on the landing pads over there. Okay, and rather than hit this hatch, you're probably best to hit the beam down button. Use the beam down button, it's going to put you down here. Just remember where that is so you can beam back up again. And we're going to be going aboard this freighter. So here we go, let's head on in. And we've got to fully explore it. I'll give you my best tips for exploring. Before you actually even go in, there's this box here. Make sure you open it. You can get some repair kits. They might come in handy later. Something I should say is before you go anywhere even close to going into here, is make sure you've got space inside of your inventory. Because you're going to be getting a load of stuff from here. So you might want to put a load of stuff on your starship. And of course it's now out of range. So yeah, make sure you do that before you come down here. Okay, on derelict freighters you're going to see doors that have got orange, like these purple lights above, which means that they're a dead end room. And then you're going to see blue doors like this, which means that they're the way forwards. Okay, you're also going to see these things, which if you stand by them, turn them on, it's going to heat you up so you don't lose your hazard protection. Now, although it says fully explore, it doesn't mean open up every single freaking container. What you're looking for is data pads more so than anything to find the actual crew manifest. Now, you can scan and you can see like containers, but right now I can't see any sort of crew manifest. I'll show you what one of those symbols looks like. But always go into the purple doors first before you go into the blue doors, because these, like I say, are just dead end rooms. Go inside of here, you might find a data pad. My scanner is recharging. There's no data pads in here, so I can't show you what the icon looks like yet. You are going to see this little graph down the bottom that it says 2 of 11 zones mapped. You do have to go into every single zone. Okay, right, now you can use camera mode to sort of plot your way through, and as long as you're off of multiplayer, which I need to turn multiplayer back off again now, so into networking, multiplayer off. When you go into camera mode, it should pause your actual instance. You should be able to look around and see whether you've done all the rooms. Also helps just to double check stuff. I usually use it when I go into a room, into a new area. So we go, we're going to press forwards. Let's see if there's any data pads in here. Okay, we're seeing lots of slime in here. That's not a good sign. But look, there's loads of containers. Look, you see these blue markers? There's your data pads. So I'm just going to hit the data pads up. I'm not overly bothered about grabbing loot. Now, you could come across base parts in here as well and all sorts of other stuff, which is quite cool. Or things that you can sell for quite a lot of cashola. If you are playing this from the main title screen, you might want to loot everything if you're keeping this safe. But other than that, I would just go for the data pads and the main consoles and make sure you explore every single room. Okay, well, that's what I was after. Security credentials. Heck yes. Brilliant. I'm still going to hit every data pad anyway, if I see any others. But I'm not too bothered about anything else. Now, I didn't see any purple rooms in here, and I didn't see any other ways of going. But I'm just going to double check. So this is the blue area. I'm not seeing any doors. No, there's no purple doors. It's just a blue door. I have to separate these. And away I go. Ah, you see these pulsating egg sacs? You need to move very slowly past those. Don't go too close to them and don't move fast across them. And for love nor money, don't shoot them. Okay, so I'm just going to bother with these things. Another data pad there. See, this is the perfect time to use camera mode. You know, you can sort of like look around. You can go right up near to these egg sacs and see if there's anything worth collecting by them and see if you need to risk life or limb. Now I can see that there's another data pad in that corner over there, right next to one of these pulsating egg sacs. That's going to be fun. I've got a door forwards there, but I'm not seeing any pink doors. I'm not seeing a secondary pink door anywhere inside of here. I'm just double checking, making sure, going into all the little dark corners and nooks and crannies. But no, I'm not seeing any dead end rooms in here. But what I am seeing is a main control panel there. Now I might be able to just go over there and interact with that and move this on a bit. There we go. Access crew manifest. There it goes. I mean, if we get given the captain's log, you don't really need to check every single data pad then, but I'm still going to be checking them anyway. Just in case. Right, here we go. Done, dilly and done. That's not the captain's log, but we've got this. That should let me get the captain's log on the next console we see. Yeah, you can, if you've got a decent headset, you can hear them pulsating. I mean, look at that one. If you just stand still for a little while, they should stop pulsating. Should. There you go. Stopped. Right. Let's press on. Okay, now I think I've got everything to get the captain's log, and I should be getting the captain's log any second now. Here we go. Chicka-boom, and done. And you're going to see the little mini tick list down below me in a moment. That's going to get another tick against the captain's log and the crew manifest and all that sort of shenanigans. Now, you can read all this stuff if you really want to. I don't think it ties into this new thing. I'm fairly sure I've read that one before. There we go. Now I've only got to do engineering unit salvaged, and I've got to do all the different zones. You can see here, this is a purple door, so I need to go in there. Nice. Not much to be had in here, but you can see that it clocked up another sort of like I'm now on 6 of 11. You have to do all the purple doors. If one of these things does frickin' hatch, like it has for me right now, it does tell you how many of the creatures have escaped. And you can see them quite easily. It's just a case of taking them all out. Because they will take you out. They're extremely evil. And they're pretty good shots. And they can go on the ceiling as well. Take that, scutters of evil! Right, I'm down to 4. Now, again, you can use camera mode, and it will pause it. You can look for the little gits, or you can just look for where you've got to go to escape this area. So it's just around the corner there. I've just got to go from A to B. And I know that there's 4 more out there, but I'm probably, because I'm running, I'm probably going to end up triggering this one and end up with like 12 on me. Yeah, let's just Rambo it. Frickin' Rambo it. Run like the wind, Captain Steve. Get that door open. Get in. Oh, good, there's a ladder. Sweet, I can just drop down a floor. That should keep them away from me. Right, okay. Hooey! Okay, here we are. Let's have a look-see. There's a purple door over there. Where's my blue door? My blue door is all the way over there. Okay, this isn't going to be fun. Right. Camera mode is your friend. Use camera mode a lot. Okay, right. I'm just going to Rambo it. Sod it. If these things hatch, they hatch. Open! Dang you! Open doors! Okay, so we're in here. I'm going to grab that quickly. Oh dear. I need to up my hazard protection. And I should have done one of those ones, really. Lovely. Okay, chums, you can see down at the bottom there, if it stays still, I've actually done all 11 areas. So I'm all good. I can get out of here. Fantastamondo. Don't need to do any more pads or anything like that. Just interact with this last console. And it should be job done. Fabricate items. I would like a Corvette part, please. So there we go. Corvette modules. Lovely and jubbly. Done. Okay, you can just act. There you go. Pop the badge. That only works if you've got green ticks across the board there, people. So if you haven't got all the green ticks, you might have to double back on yourself. Anyhow, expedition done, Dillian done. Lovely. Now, I'm not going to lie. This one had me perplexed, chums, because the area of space that I was in did not show that there was this planet there that had these 100 tendrils. It said use the galactic map and go find yourself the way there. But I believe I was in this system at the start of the video, and after going through the teleporters, it suddenly said that it did have the 100 tendrils. When I got to the planet that was infested, it said it didn't have the 100 tendrils. It seems very buggy. I'd imagine tendrils is one that's giving people a lot of headaches. So here we go. Here's my tips for this one. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to each of the rendezvous stations from the teleporter that's inside of here. And I'm going to check each of those systems, because technically Hello Game shouldn't make this too difficult. So I'm going to go to rendezvous 1 first and check there.
Captain Steve, oh Captain Steve, oh Captain, heck yeah, why not hit that like and subscribe? Thank you very much.
It's actually Rendezvous 3 that has the infested planet, and out of all of them, I think this one is probably the most likely candidate. So I'm going to be heading there. So it's in Rendezvous 3. Okay, coolio. You can see there, reach infested planet to begin hunt. Okay, chums, the actual planet itself that is infested is this one right here. It's Boiling Doom planet. And the weird thing is, when you go down to it, it says no infested planets detected. It seems a bit buggy. Yeah, the description of the planet wasn't all that great. The mission description isn't all that great. Let's stand up now. Let's have a look around. Let's see if we can find some 100 tendrils. I'm seeing lots of sentinels everywhere. The 100 tendrils icon, we should see it. I mean, they're usually quite all over the place, 100 tendrils on these sort of planets. There's one right there. So 400 years away. I've locked onto it. Let's fly on over to it. Just gently. I mean, it's not far. And I'm hoping, you know, like we did with the monstrosities, just to stand on up and shoot the dang things. I'm hoping they're going to pop out the ground any second now. I think I've heard them pop out the ground. Yes, I have. Right, let's go down to my doorways. Let's have a look out either side, see if we can spot these 100 tendrils from up here. I'm going to go into a first-person mode again. 100 tendrils, where are they? Right, don't see them out that door. I'll go out this door. There's one. There they are. Take that, you get. Okay. I don't think that's working. We'll try the scatter blaster on him. No, that's not working. Alright, I might have to jump down there. Or I might have to fly a little bit closer to the ground. Oh no, there we go. We can use the mining laser. That'd have to do. I'm going to mine and laser you to death. How'd you like them apples? There you go. There's one done. Ha 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 ha! Take that, you! So yeah, just try your mining laser. Or you can fly a little bit closer. I don't imagine their projectiles are going to get you all the way up here. Yeah, a little bit of an unfair advantage, but you know. Use the tools that you've got at hand. Right, well that's 3 of 5 done. There's usually more than that at each site. There's usually a couple more, I think. Oh well, we've got 3 anyway. I can find another site, hopefully, just by flying around. And get that locked in and do the same again. Rinse and repeat. But there you go. You can do it all from your comfort of your Corvette. Oh my god, I can't see where I am. Oh, there you are. Thank fudge for that. I was thinking I was just about to fall out the back of my ship then. There's no other side, is there? I can't see any. Alright, well, we'll go find another site. I got a little bit lower on this next site, so hopefully things will be a little bit easier. And I can use any old weapon, is what I'm hoping, anyway. Let's have a look out this door. Oh. Wrong door! Let's try this door. There we go, look at that. He's right at freaking eye level now. Let's see if we can bolt caster him to death. No. Still not working with a bolt caster. Scatter blaster? No. Okay, I'll use the trusted mining beam. Take that in the face, you freaking git! And kaboom! Okay, there's one down there as well. We'll slap him as well. Burn, baby, burn! Wormy on fire! Turgis! Kaboom! Well, that's 5, right? Has that worked? Let's have a look at the old expedition. No, apparently not. Even though I have taken them out. Well, that's 5. I counted frickin' 5. I'm done. I'm frickin' done. Okay, right. Let's fly to another site. Let's see if it triggers as I fly somewhere else. There we go. I knew I was done. Look at us! Okay, right. It's just a little bit buggy. Done. This one is done in the same system but on a different planet. The big lovely green one. And I had some weirdness with this one. I've captured some footage and then we go into ending off the video. So here's the last little segment of tips, and yeah, I'll be seeing you in phase 4, I believe. But anyway, here's that footage because it was very odd. Okay, now this one is Crush a Vile Brew Grub. Well, if you go to Discoveries page and you go back to the original planet, you can see Vile Brew detected there. I need to go back to that planet now and we'll go find a grub to squish. Right, well, chums, now that I'm on this planet, I should just be able to stand up from my seat. Look out the window. Well, I didn't even have to look out the window, but scan around, and you should see a red grub logo if you're near one, or an icon, whatever. But no, not seeing anything yet, so I'm just going to carry on flying until I do come across one. And there we go, chums. There's one just 167 U's away. Now, I think you do have to actually squash these by hand. I don't think you can just shoot them. So, I think I'm going to have to go and do that anyway. So let's head on over. And probably do combat on the ground, legit ways. I mean, you could run back to your Corvette, I suppose, and cheese it. But I'm just going to do this the legit way. Now, there's some hazardous flora here. I'm going to dispatch the hazardous flora before I take on the Val grub. Let's see. Oh, you can just zap it. Okay, I might have been able to do it all from the comfort of my Corvette. Oh well. Let's zap these little guys. Take that, you bug of evil. Where's the big one? Okay. Cross the boundary. What? Collect insect larvae from the spawning. Well, that's different. What the fudge are you on about? Okay, this is weird. I've never had to do that before. I don't know what's going on. That just seems broken to me. Okay. I'll use this. We'll go do another one. Because that one seems broken. But chums, rather than shoot this one, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to run to somewhere a little bit flatter. Because being on a hill, maybe that's why it didn't spawn in. We'll run down here. I have had people hit me up and tell me that there's quite a lot of bugs. And it's stopping them from progressing. So maybe this is one of those bugs. Literally bugged. Bug. Ah. Right, it's a little bit flatter here. Now, I've combated these things on bigger slopes than this in the past. I didn't see much of a problem with the last location, to be honest. So, it should hatch here. This should be fine. Okay, but before I hatch it, I'm just going to read the frickin' mission properly. Okay, right. The warm pulsating grub of the Val brood have begun to spread across the universe. Scan the planet, done that, found it. Okay, well, it's not giving me the next step that it gave me on screen earlier. Right, let's crush it then. Okay, Val brood detected. Oh, here we go. Now it's spawned in. Great. Cool. Let's use a better weapon than that, though. Let's use my bolt caster. I'm going to cast bolts into your freaking face, my friend. Let's take out his legs. And it's got armour on. See there? Some armour come off. So I need to shoot the armour off. That weakens him a bit. Or shoot off some of his abdomen. His thorax. Or whatever you want to call it. Oh no! How did I upset the Sentinel drones? That's going to cause havoc now. Okay, right. Let's go around the side. Probably because I shot a creature or something. Take that, Val brood. Right, let's use the scatter blaster. Load, damn you. Take that. Oh my days, this is taking ages. Is this bugged out? Like, why is it not taking shed loads of damage right now? Right, let's shoot off these panels here then. Right. Let's get his head. His head's still got armour on. There we are. Last leg. Hold still. There you go. Got him. I don't think he's got any armour left now, has he? That's made him a bit squishier. Take that, Val brood. Oh my days, it's taking freaking time. Alright, let's go back to the mining beam. I fully powered up my mining beam. Okay, let's wait till it gets super red hot. That's going to start doing him lots of damage when it does. I think that's probably doing a little bit better than all my other weapons. Mainly because I can just hold it down. All the little bugs aren't attacking me, which is unusual, isn't it? It doesn't seem 100% right now, people. Oh, hold on. There he is. It's trying now. Take that, you. Right, well, I guess I could just gingerly walk around him then. We're doing a lot more damage now. It's getting hotter. It's going down a lot quicker. Right, hopefully we can keep this at its max once it goes red. Okay, there we go. Just ease off a little. Keep it red. Ease off a little. Just keep squeezing now. We're doing lots of damage. And he's done. There we go. Right. We're done. We're done. We're freaking done. Okay, I need to call in my ship. Can I call my ship in? Yes, I can. Lovely jubbly. Doesn't matter which way it lands. I've got landing zones either side. I guess let's get on in because my hazard protection's getting a bit low. There we are. Hazard protection should go up. Lovely job. I can take a little seat and I can pop the grub. Oh, we're done. We're friggin' done. Okay, people. Well, there we are. I mean, this was a bit of a longer video, mainly because we had the whole derelict freighter tips and also some weirdness when it came to locating an infested planet. So this has probably been the hardest rendezvous, but it wasn't really. There's nothing that's been hard. It's just been a little bit weird, a little bit finicky, like the bug not popping on the first one. That was weird. But yeah, if that's happening for you, try picking it up rather than just zapping it. Oh, look, we've got a load of Aeron plans and cowling and all sorts of stuff. Maybe I can make my ship look tasty on the next episode, people. But until then, thank you for watching. That was Phase 3 Dunicated. Salutamondo, goodbye, and goodbye again.